Welcome back to Shaving with Fuzzy. I'm Fuzzy. How y'all doing today? So, off work the weekend, decided on a midday shave. Rarely happens, but sometimes it does. That's the first kind of rarity. Second rarity for this one is giving the old contacts a rest, so wearing my glasses. I don't usually shave with glasses. I don't think it changes anything, but I just normally don't. The third difference is that you would definitely not know, text message, I'll get back with you, that you would definitely not know if I didn't tell you was instant coffee. It happens sometimes. Don't want to take time to make a pot. If you're going to drink instant, Cafe Bustelo is your friend. I just don't drink it black. I'll have to admit I put a little bit of the blue sweetener in there because Fuzzy's diabetic and don't add sugar to anything. So there you go. Glasses, midday on a day off, instant coffee shave, and I bet everything is still going to be all right. All right. Well, you know, I've got this sample of soap that a Canadian buddy sent me. Goes with the name 9 on the forums. It's the Copper Hat is the name of the company, and I don't know a whole lot about them. It's a Canadian company, and I don't see people use this soap, and I don't understand why. It's a good soap. This particular one is the Bay Rum soap. So I'm going to make this kind of a Canadian shave. I've got some boosters aftershave, which is made in Canada. This one is the Oriental Spice. It's a nice, it's not Old Spice, the Oriental Spice. It's a really nice light scent. It doesn't last a tremendously long time, but it's still there. It's a pretty nice scent. For a razor, I have a Canadian Schick E2. And this razor is a good shaving razor. I cannot tell any difference between Canadian Schicks and the U.S. made Schicks. Maybe some people can. Now, one way to tell between, I was going to show this because I don't know if I ever have before, and I get this question sometimes. This is an E2 and this is an E3. And, you know, basically they look alike. The only difference I've ever been able to see with them is that the E3 has the grooves in the bar here, and the E2 is, I think they called it random grooves. I don't know, it looks more like scratches than grooves, but anyway, it's not really smooth, but it doesn't have the parallel well-defined lines that the E3 does. As far as the shaves go, they're about the same to me. I don't see a whole lot of difference. The only difference I've seen in the E's was that I've got my E2 that the head opens on. It's a very aggressive filling razor, almost a beast I would call it, and these are not so bad. So for well, it's not really bad. I like an aggressive filling razor, and once your technique's down, it doesn't matter what it's aggressive. No such thing as a too aggressive razor. So I picked up some Schick blades, some magazines that came with some other razors I bought. I have no idea on the age on them. I've used one in another razor and it did good, so I put a new one in this razor. And I've always noticed on the E and the G models especially, when you use one of these, the blades don't always want to line up to put in. So here's another little helpful tip from Cousin Fuzzy. When you've got the key in, if you would put your finger in and lift up before you slide across, and sometimes you have to lift up on the razor itself and kind of push down on the end of and it will slide in pretty much great. Just be sure that as you're putting the blade in, you're not running the edge of the blade over the blade stops on the end, because if you do that, then you end up with a dull blade, and nothing will make a dull blade shine, right? Shave, not shine. Maybe I need more coffee today. So anyway, normally on my Canadian shaves, where'd it go? I use this brush. This is a hand-turned brush by a buddy of mine, shave buddy of mine in Canada, and this tuxedo knot came from AP Shave, which is a Canadian company. So a lot of times on my Canadian shave, I'll use that. Today, I was kind of jonesing for my 1305 Semogue here, nice bore brush, and since I was kind of jonesing for it, that's what we're going to use for this shave. It's been soaking here for a few minutes, and so that's going to be the setup for today. Copper Hat soap, Bay Rum. It's not a heavily scented soap. I don't care. Scent doesn't do anything for the performance. And I put an aftershave on after, so if it's not a heavy scent, I don't really worry about it that much. As I pointed out in a comment on YouTube the other day, I like a nice scented soap. It's great. I prefer, one of my favorites, of course, is Rose. Everybody knows that. But it doesn't really do anything for the performance and everything like that. So I'm not really any scent when it comes to soap. I just don't think that I like to pay extra for a soap that's really heavily scented. To me, that doesn't make it a better soap. Personal thing. And as you can see, we've got a couple of solid days worth of growth there. It's going to be fun to mow down with the Canadian E. It should work out pretty good. And Fuzzy does wear contacts or glasses, and there's no such thing as shaving without one or the other, because when you're that blind, you don't want to get anything sharp around your face without something to be able to see. Just trust me on that one. Alrighty, let's see what we can do here today. Copperhead soaps, and this one is in a container that doesn't really fit it, so it wants to wiggle all around in the bowl here. I really need to fix that sometime. I keep saying that every time I use it, but oh well. I had this old, this was probably a gravy boat or something like that at one time, and I like the way it looks. I think it's kind of neat, little stainless steel bowl. So we'll load some soap here. You'll notice, as usual, there's no blooming, and we're going to face lather, which I think is, what God intended. Alright, so we'll get some soap loaded up on the brush, which is easy with this Copperhead soaps. There we go. And once we get a little loaded up there, we've already wiped our face down, which is our prep. Now we'll get a nice lather going. As usual, when we're face lathering, if things look a little dry, we'll dip just the tip of the brushes into the water, add a little water to it at a time. It's kind of like baking, where not baking is in, fat back, but baking is in cooking, where you can always add a little bit of something. Can't take it out once you get it in there. So just add a little bit of water at a time, and I think you'll be surprised how well a soap or a cream will lather. I'm also going to try this shave without getting on any of my little rants. No particular reason. Just something I'm going to see if I can do. Alright, looky there. Beautiful lather. Soap is really nice and slick. It hydrates well. Feels good. I don't know. I can't remember any soap that I've gotten a reaction to. Of course, I'm not particularly allergic to anything that I know of. Used to be allergic to poison ivy, but the last several hunting seasons I've been in poison ivy and I haven't had any problem with it, so knock on wood, we'll hope that continues, because it's getting close on squirrel season again. And Fuzzy does like chasing the tree rats around. Alright, with our old razor here with the new blade. Now this blade, like I said, I have no idea how old these blades are. They are Schick blades, and they are still nice and sharp. So that was a nice little added bonus to the razors I bought. Was that it came with several of these, and it came with some what we call unmentionable blades at Toast. Just look like the dispensers that you get from the dollar store, which were a favorite blade of mine. Alright, if I have more expensive blades, it's because somebody gave it to me. I don't buy them. Alright, well, these E2s, I tell you, they just feel great. I love the shave of an E2. Probably the ease, or easily, see what I did there? Ease or easily. My favorite of the Schicks. Of course, generally, I change my mind a lot, because a lot of times my favorite is whichever one I have in my hand I'm shaving with at the time. I don't know if anybody's ever noticed that. And so just after one pass, we can see here already that, we knocked it down. I could probably just do a cleanup pass now and be done with it and be happy. But, like a lot of people that do this, I have a routine, and I like to stick to my routines. I'm not particularly OCD. There, I got stuff in my hair. Hair like that. I'm not particularly an OCD type, but I do like my routines. I tend to have routines and do routines, and makes it fun at work, because I'm a security supervisor, and sometimes you want to be sure you're not getting into a routine on stuff. So I have to pay attention sometimes and keep that from going, because I'm a very routine-orientated type. Boy, big words. And this is Saturday afternoon. I'm using big words like that. Don't know anything about that. It's also a home game for LSU, and I live right next door to the campus, so that means that traffic will be picking up here in a little while, and oh man, it's something. I'm going to assume that it's like that in just about any college town. When there's a home game and stuff, I imagine everything goes slightly wonky. And I didn't know that when I moved here. I chose this place because the rent was good and it was close to the casino that I was working at the time. Well, now I don't work at that casino anymore, but it's still, the rent's been good and I hadn't had any reason to move. So for how many ever Saturdays or whatever it is during the season, you just got to kind of put up with the traffic and plan for it, because it's something. I'm going to come back across the grain here. I just can't tell you how nice these Schick razors shave. I really can't tell you. If you haven't tried one, the Schicks are easy to find, especially the G's. I see that there's G1s just all over the place. And that's great, because the G1 is a fine shaving razor. They look like this. The head's really similar, except it doesn't have the flaps under here. The handles are a little bit different color, and they have plastic with a seam in them and that kind of stuff. But, and of course this particular one, it doesn't have a safety guard on it. This is my Injectivette, which is, that's a fun shave, I'm telling you right now. But I think they're all fun shaves, personally. So after 2 passes, we were really dressed up here. Get the soap off, everything, and you can see, you can't feel how nice that is, but it's a very nice shave. About got the lip cleaned up. So we're going to, like I said, keeping with our routine, we're going to do our touch-up pass with witch hazel. Now, water, believe it or not, will work for shaving, no doubt. And stuff falling all over the place. But I like witch hazel. If I have any razor burn, it helps clean the razor burn up. And it may just be in my head, but I think when I put the witch hazel on, that it makes it a little easier to feel where I need to do touch-ups. That's what I've always felt about it. And you know, sometimes it doesn't have to be a big reason for things, but that's my reason. So clean this little hut. Oh boy, that's nice, I tell you. I don't know about you, but if I happen to be having a bad day, a good shave, one thing that really helps out. Now, I'm not particularly having a bad day today. I just decided I wanted to shave. And as I've stated before, the touch-up pass ends up usually just being another full pass, because you know, it's shaving, and that's what we all like to do. So there we go. Well, look at that. That right there is a nice, close shave. I don't go against the grain, and I don't worry. Now, here's another little trick, and I've said it before. If you need to clean up under your jawline and you have a little problem, stretch it up a little bit. And you can pull the skin that was under your jawline up to a flat surface. And there you go. Works great. Into it. I'm starting to get the little waddle thing going on, but so far that hadn't been an issue. So there we go. Nice, simple, straightforward shave. Now, to get back to the soap, again, I don't see people use it, and I'm not sure why. I haven't checked lately to see what the prices are or anything like that. But if you're looking for another soap to use to play with, and you like just using different soaps, which a lot of people do, I do. I like having a bunch of soaps to go through. Check out the Copper Hat. It's a good soap. The scents are light, so if that's something that you like, it's great. And it's definitely something that I get into. Coffee's just not bad, even if it is instant. Boosters. It's just a plain old aftershave. There's nothing fancy. Got a pleasant scent to it. Like I said, it doesn't stay real strong for real long, but it's still there. And it's very pleasant. That's a very, very nice shave. Look at that. I tell you what, it's just a very nice shave. Compare that to what you saw at the first of the video here. So there we go. Another midday shave. Shave with glasses. As you can see, wearing the glasses or not, it's not a big difference. I haven't done the blindfolded shave like Distorted Cheese did. He had a straight razor and did a blindfolded shave. I haven't got there yet, and I don't know if I will. Walk, chicken, I guess. I don't know. But whatever you call it, I haven't got there, and I don't think I will get there. But you know, as long as I can see a little bit what I'm doing, I can shave just fine. So there we go. Well, I hope wherever you are, you're having a good day. I know I am. Got finished with a cigar a little while ago, so life is good. Been working on my vehicles a little bit, keeping everything running. I drive older stuff and work on it myself. That way it keeps going. It doesn't cost me a whole lot of money, usually. Well, there we go. Don't be scared of instant coffee. Get a good instant coffee. Cafe Bustelo is Fuzzy's choice. Might be yours too. Y'all have a great day. Hope to see you again soon. Pop over to Toast. I'm not going to do a video without talking about Toast. That's the original Safety 2, the number 2, all one word.com, and see what we got going on. Have a good afternoon, and happy shaves to you.